see Susie talk to you at the end of the game, but you got to be happy tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been putting in the work and it hasn't been paying off, and we thought we'd been doing a great job and pounding the rock and really sticking with it and getting great looks. Just wasn't going our way, but tonight we really got after it and really executed when we needed to.
As captain of the team, took it a bit upon yourself tonight to explode. How much did that dunk help you at the start there? Two-hand jam straight off the bat. Did that just get you in the mood straight away?
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it at half time. I was pretty fortunate that it just bounced that way, but to get 2 points that quick is going to help a little bit and get us going a little bit, so it was good.
Getting you going, the crowd tonight, does tonight feel a bit different to other games with the atmosphere? Like, each week they're always loud, but I felt tonight maybe there was a bit more of an playoff atmosphere. The crowd just getting behind you. Did you feel that, or did it feel the same?
I think a little bit of both. We were able to make some runs and they were able to get behind us a little bit more with that. So I think there is a little bit more in that aspect, but they're great week in, week out, win or lose. So can't thank them enough.
How do you feel this win? Oh, before we move on, how's the vibe been with the team over the last 3 sort of weeks, four losses in a row? Can you describe sort of the feeling within the group? How's the hopes been?
It's been frustrating, obviously, not getting the outcomes that we thought we were putting in the work to get, but being able to get a couple of games under our belt now and really get playing and get some momentum with that, I think we're in great stead moving forward.
Yeah, so with the win tonight and a week off going into Sunday, how do you feel like this winning feeling could potentially manifest into a streak of wins? Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. We'll take the win, look at it, look what we did well, look what we need to do better again, and we can't really ride on it too high, otherwise we'll get caught up in the same situation. We've got to learn from it. Like I said, find what we did well, find what we did that we need to do better, and continue to build moving forward.
Justin, how did you enjoy tonight's game?
Yeah, I enjoyed it because we played the right way pretty much the whole way. Third quarter we came out a little flat there and had some challenges, but I look at it across the board, the things that we wanted to do, the areas we wanted to attack, we stayed consistent with it, and Sobes led that from start to end, and when he's doing that, it's pretty easy for everyone else to follow. And loved our defensive effort, to hold them to 83. We finally put some points on the board. There's still more for us to have, but as Sobe said, it's been a constant in this club to just keep doing the work and things will go our way. And I think there was great clarity for the group on how close we are. We know we've dropped 9 games here with 10 or under, and so we're right there. And so we knew if we continue to do the work, things will turn at some point. And as Sobe said, now we can't get too high on it. We've actually got to now make sure we turn this into another one. And last time we were in Sydney, we let that one go. That's one of those games. And so there's a bit of hunger in there to get there and get the work done and put ourselves in a position again.
Do you feel like this win against the Phoenix, sort of a team that's floating around where you guys are, do you think those ones are potentially a little bit more important than beating, say, the best team in the competition? Because at the end of the day, you're fighting them to get that 6th spot.
Yeah, this is our first series win of the year, so that's the most important part. Is we've ticked that one off. We've got a series win now, so yeah, absolutely, it's a bit of a double win because they're in the same quagmire that we are. But for us, it's about controlling what we can control. Games are going to go different ways. The league is so even this year, so we can't presume anything. But what we can do is control what we do every single possession, and that was our focus tonight. We still haven't had our full 40-minute game, and it's coming. And when we get that, and we feel like if we can get ourselves in the play-in, we don't think many teams will want to play us. So that's still a fair way away. Right now, it's about continue to do the work next week and put ourselves in a position and go into Sydney and try and do something.
Can you describe sort of the decision-making around leaving Casey out of the lineup tonight? We see the boys are on fire, so... Yeah,
no, it's one of those where, perfect scenario was we didn't have to use him tonight, and the boys took care of things. So, the reality is he hasn't played 5-on-5 basketball for 2 seasons, and the way our week's gone, we haven't had a lot of practice time. So, to throw him in the deep end without that time was always going to be not ideal. And, fortunately, the game went the way we wanted it. Obviously, in the third quarter, there's a moment there where you're thinking about it. Chris goes down, and it's sort of like, all right, well, what are we doing there? But, full credit to the boys. We stayed the course, and Casey's going to be better for having a full week of practice with us next week, which is exciting.
Awesome. And so last week, Bainesy was a little bit. Wednesday's game didn't get as much action as say past games. Saw you tonight making a bit more of your mission to maybe find him in the post there. Was that a bit of a conversation internally? Get Bainesy open, get him in the post, try to get him playing a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bainesy was great tonight. His effectiveness, you see it on the score sheet here. If you read it properly, across the board, he played really well, and he continues to do that for us, whether he's scoring or not. Like, he continues to put people in the right areas, and then obviously his leadership with talking with the other guys that play in that spot as well and helping them out as much as he can. So I think just tonight on court shows a little bit more of what impact he has, but he definitely has a huge impact on this group.
Yeah. Last one for you, Sobes, from me. From the start of the season to now, have you seen sort of how big of the strides have you seen from Banner? Because tonight he's just really efficient. He knows where he wants, how he wants to attack. Some really crucial, jump shots there from him. So, what have you made of sort of his progression so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, I love playing with him. He's one of those guys that does all the little things and really gets after it. And you know what you're going to get from him, like you said. And he really sticks to what he's good at. The whole group loves having him on his team. But he's going to continue to grow and continue to get better and better. But I think he's going to be a great player.
Chris, you're welcome to jump in.
Justin, just following up on what Sobey was talking about with Bainesy. I mean, he played 12 minutes, he was plus 16. I mean, he had a massive impact, and the added bonus was he helped get Gary Brown out of the game as well. But I mean, that shows great character from Bainesy to shake off only playing a few minutes the other night and have that sort of impact.
Absolutely. I think I've said this so many weeks. It's about who's impacting winning, and I go back and review the game and always think that I could give those bigs a little bit more time, but that's the beauty of having three. And Tyrell's been our best in crunch time all season. His data there is really great for us, so that's kind of why we tend to go that way. But that said, like Bainesy, we knew we had a match up tonight that he could create advantages for us, and he was outstanding. His screen connects are second to none, and just his ability to be solid at times is what we need. His experience, so no, really good game, and that's the beauty that we have in this group is we got guys that haven't maybe played as many minutes of late, but there's always the opportunity. They stay ready, and then someone else will step up. And I thought another guy tonight like Shannon Scott, came in and really gave us an impact, and it's just pleasing to see him playing free and confident again.
That's what I wanted to touch on, because we saw on Christmas Eve that Sobes took over that game, but you didn't necessarily have a lot of other guys along for the ride with him. But yeah, you did tonight. I mean, Shannon was his best game since he's been back. Benno had his big moments as well. Sammy Mack was great. Nordo, look at those shots he hit. He hit late. We talked about Bainesy. I mean, you had so many guys that stepped up with Sobes getting those 35 too.
No, absolutely. We spoke about that before the game of who's going to come with us and who's going to do their job tonight and be able to go into battle and do the right things consistently. And, you're right, we had that across the board. And it didn't matter if a guy came in for a short stint or a long stint like we saw it. I haven't actually looked at the box score too close, but, Sammy Mack's job on a defensive assignment again, there's just things that we love about our group. But it's our consistency and our winning habits that are going to be the point of difference on whether we get to where we want to this year or not. And, that's the strength of the group, is the depth in our belief, and we've just got to get everyone contributing time and time again. And, we're getting closer and closer to guys being back to fitness. I think it's understated. Shannon was out for six games, which equated to like a 5-week stint. So it does take some time to get the rhythm back and find that flow. And there was a little scare there after halftime. He came to us and said, start an auto. I'm not quite sure the hammy's there, but then once it got warm again, he was great. So for him to get through that part, I think is another thing that'll just make him better and better as he moves forward.
So when you saw what happened in that fourth quarter with Gary Brown, when you see the replay, I mean, what's the reaction as the captain of the team when you see that happen to one of your teammates? And the fact that as a group you're able to take control of the game straight after that, what does that say about the character of your team?
Yeah, I mean, I think we did a great job of just coming together. I mean, I was a little bit away from it, but at the same time, the group really, I mean, Schueller bringing us all in, really level-headed us and focusing on the job ahead. And I think we did a great job moving forward after that, just to continue to get what we wanted and play hard on the other end on defence and get after it.
Justin, last one from me. You don't have to comment on what Gary Brown did unless you...
Appreciate it. No, I'll leave that one for the keeper.
But the fact that you're able to take control of the game from there and have a really strong finish to the game, I mean, finishing games hasn't been a great strength, but tonight it was, which is a good sign.
Yeah, like we're still in the growth part of what winning looks like every single moment as a club, and you know, those moments have to happen for us to get better. And you know, exactly what you just said there it was pleasing to see that we could refocus real quick. We got tight on our huddle and just moved on to what's next. And when we've done that as a team, we've been very successful. So that's, you know, something that we've got to continue to maintain and continue to forge forward with.